Hi guys, Spino here. So finally we got the V3 and thankfully this time, there were no nerfs and only buffs. Both units received buffs and I'm super happy. I think this is like the first time in V3 both units got buffed. So I'm super happy and the changes are actually pretty nice, at least for Aven. And I'm gonna start with Aven changes. So Aven SP, his ultimate cost went his ultimate cost went from 140 to 130. Pretty nice buff in my opinion. And now this is the main part. His speed buff is now 30%. It used to be 25%. And now it lasts 4 turns instead of 3 turns. So you should have 100% uptime on a speed buff regardless. Okay, you should not mess up with speed buff anymore, however you build him. So this is a really good change for Aven in my opinion. Now for his biggest change, now his elation skill is now considered as a follow-up. This is huge mainly for when you're using with Ashblade teams, inside Ashville and Morton X Blade. Also, the only requirement is he has to be the only elation unit. So when you're getting Pearl in the future, please don't use him with Ashville and Blade team because he has to be the solo elation character to trigger this effect. Otherwise, well, he will just be considered as an elation unit and his skill will not be considered as a follow-up attack. So just keep that in mind. So when Pearl will join in the future, don't use her with him. If she is preservation or something like that, then you could. But if she's an elation sustainer, then don't use with Aven SP. Also, his elation skill bounce damage went from 15% to 18%. So again, a solid buff there because you trigger his elation skill a lot. Also, his enhanced elation skill has a different multiplier. So I don't know if it's gonna affect his enhanced skill, but yeah, that's all the changes for his base kit. Now for his E2 elation skill now additionally gets 4 fervor stacks from 2. So again, a decent buff on his E2. Also, his E6 also got a buff now after using 2 elation skills. E6 effect now triggers after 2 elation skills instead of ultimate. So I don't know what his elation E6 was. It's old E6, I have no idea. So I'm not even going to talk about it. But yeah, his E2 and E6 also got buffed, I guess. That's nice for Wales, I guess. Now for Robin. Robin got a small buff on her base kit. Now attacks from ally buffed by her ultimate now generates 2 extra vibes instead of 1. This is really good if you're using Robin in a low attack frequency team, or if that team does not have too many units like Memo Sprites or anything like that. This is a really good buff for teams like, what should I say? I guess like Himeko and Saber Guild teams because they don't have too much attack frequency because most of the characters are buffers or sustainers that don't attack too much to the point where she can stack up vibe that frequently. So this is a really, really good buff for those teams. Also, I think this also helps her in Ashville and Morton X Blade team too because that team is already broken and now Ashblade can give her so much vibe stack to the point I think she will not drop below a 40% defense reduction. So that's really, really nice. Now for her E1, okay, her Eidolons also got buffed. Her E1 now can trigger with any ability rather than her skill. So I think her E1 used to be like, what is it? I forgot what her E1 was. I think it's like extra vibe stack and energy regen. I could be wrong. Okay, I actually forgot about her E1. Now also her E6 also got buffed. Now she has a energy overcap of 140. So yeah, also she can stack more fever stack. I mean, she can increase the fever cooldown on her E6. So if you're like a whale, well, her E1 and her E6 also got buffed. So great. Overall, I think it's a pretty good changes. Mainly for Aven, I think that his skill being considered follow-up attack is huge because Ashville and Blade give so much follow-up attack damage increase. When he was just doing elation damage, he just couldn't abuse these buffs at all. But the question still remains: is he more valuable than Robin SP on the same team? Because it's kind of funny, man. Robin and Aven are kind of fighting for the same team in a way. So we just need to wait and see for some gameplays to see how good he got. I think overall, these are great changes, mainly for Aven in follow-up teams. Outside follow-up teams, he's not that great. I think on a elation team, he's still not anywhere near Evanesia or Silver Wolf. But on a follow-up team, I think he could be really great now. But again, we need to wait for some gameplays to get a better idea for sure. overall, I'm pretty happy. I'm actually happy with these changes, especially Robin changes, because she's gonna help Saber Guild so much, especially with that extra vibe stacks. Okay, man, I'm super excited, really, really excited. So yeah, that's it for the changes, and hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully see you guys on V4. It should happen in around a week, I think. So yeah, and bye, guys. Love you all.